tanaw eh.
Naka-off yan.
Naka-off na.
Ang sa babaw sa mga
Actually, draft.
Saka nag-live ako nga.
Alive, okay.
Live ko. Ako ni-share mo. Ako ni-share sa account. Sige. Congresswoman Lucy Torres Gomez, may hapon ma'am.
May hapon ninyo sa tanan nga naminaw karon.
Alright, so ma'am, interview ta karon regarding sa COVID-19 and live ta sa tong sa Facebook. Sa atong atubang karon nga crisis ma'am, sa mga plano programa sa imong opisina and para sa 4 distrito sa Leyte.
O kuan man nino kanang we are the legislative arm of government. So even if dili kanang in session karon ang Congress, from the time that nag-break mo mas atong time maning peak ang atong cases for COVID in the Philippines, so 24/7 halos there are several Viber groups going on in Congress, and every day it is an exercise in trying to find solutions kay kami we are policy makers, but we are very in touch with all the mayors on the ground kay in Congress, that is the whole Philippines na, diba? So, lain-lain na problema ang atong madunggan o niya. Mugyo na ipilmiingon ni Speaker na we have to be partners of the government. So, our job is not to dili mi mag-concentrate sa fault finding, but we understand na we have to know what the problems are on the ground so that we can find the right solution. So, it's very easy to criticize now government kay gusto man ang tao. Anytime you are in pain, anytime you are uncomfortable, gusto ka og relief right away. But we have to understand na ang kani siya nga problema is unprecedented in terms of scale. So the solution also has to be well thought out, and also the implementation. So government is working very hard, and ang pinakaalas lang nato ani karon is we know how to stop the enemy. It is with discipline, like the mayor always says, it is with discipline and with common sense, no? But our strength can also be our weakness. Kaya dili man ang tanang corner of the Philippines disiplinado ang tao. Ang tinuod buotan man yun ni ang Pinoy, no? But labi na mga entering the 3rd or 4th week na kanang ning iko na gyud tingali ang kamingaw ba sa ilang mga because we're all in isolation, so many families are apart from each other, no? So mga the first 2 weeks kaya pa. 3rd or 4th week makita na kag mga complaints na on the ground of people trying to smuggle in their loved ones just so they can be together. You cannot fault them kay it's natural instinct for everyone to be with your loved ones, no? But we also know that is very dangerous at this time. So utong lang because we cannot afford a second wave. But if we do this first wave of lockdown right, then we can really kill the enemy.
Unsa kaandam na ang mga munisipyo sa imong district, ma'am?
I'm very blessed that all the mayors are very proactive, no? I think like Mayor Richard always says, this is everyone's fight. So the mayors are learning from best practices from each other, no? And that's the one of the joys of social media. It is very easy to see what other municipalities or cities are doing that may also work for your own city or your own municipality. So kani siya is really a constant, ano? Kailangan mo kag Boy Scout, pirmi ka nga andam, because you don't know how it moves, you don't know how vulnerable you are. We are only as good as the information we start out with. We are only as good as our weakest link. So every day it has to be a daily commitment na uy, di ka mag-relax, naatay kaaway, kinanlan, we outsmart the kaaway, outsmart the enemy.
Ma'am, may lang tumatanong kay ang Ormoc City Secretariado as order ni Mayor Richard Gomez na nilulay mga isolation areas like barangay and ang city hospital. So sa mas problema din ma'am, kinito instead of putting in isolation area, ang Ormoc District Hospital na i-put out mo na mga doctors, and then
mo lagi ko no
wala mo sa problema kay instead of kanang putting in isolation area, kung naging mo sumagamit karon sa mga tao na og panangit ng posibilidad ng posibilidad.
Yes, I heard about that. pull out daw ni Governor Mick ang iyang doctors instead of the hospitals being able to, instead of the Ormoc District Hospital being able to function as a hospital, especially at this time, dili na hinuon mahinapo, no? But I do not know the wisdom of that decision, and before I comment on that, may tagdi na tinuod, I would really want to make a call sa kang Governor Mick to see kung tinuod ba gyud na iya ba gyud na nga order kay Kibaw ka so ay basig some things were taken out of context, but I hope it's not true. I hope it's not true.
Pero from your office, ma'am, doon na may budget nga gi-set aside niyo for
ODH.
the ODH.
Naman gyud na kuan, naman gyud na, but the ODH mo is run by the province. No, but it being a public hospital, there should be funds for that. There should be funds for that. And besides, if indeed that was a decision early on, the president has been very clear na no hospital should, that all hospitals now more than ever should function the way hospitals should. So to be fair to the governor, before I do comment on that issue, I would really want to know for sure what he said, what his directive was, and under what context.
Nung mo nahibawan nga naa kay di-allocate nga fund for kaning cash forward or tupad BKBK, pila mong di-allocate, ma'am, and unsay update ani?
What I try to do is anything that makuha no na pwede for the district, I allocate equitably with all the mayors. The same with DSWD. So in our Manggod landscape sa Philippines, we are not like the other countries na there's a very clear distinction na kani siya legislative arm, kani siya executive arm. In the eyes of the people, for as long as you're a public servant, they will look to you for help. So muna may amo explain sa leadership na yes, there are mayors on the ground, but as representatives, we also need to be able to give something to the constituents in addition to what the LGUs are able to give them. So the House leadership under Speaker Alan has been very helpful and very proactive. And in this time, no, we really have to help each other. So kami sa Congress, that's what we do day in and day out. There are Zoom conferences ongoing, and it's all about finding solutions to the many problems on the ground. Kaya ang kanang government is always well-intentioned. There's always a good plan, but we all know from the lessons of Yolanda and other disasters na even the best laid plans become different once it is rolled out for implementation. Lahi man gid na ang realities on the ground. Mubitaw nang when we communicate with the central offices, like example DSWD, we always tell them na please do not loosely say things like eto lang yung kaya namin sa social amelioration, pero ang di na mo kaya kamo na LGU na mo musaw. I know that comes from a well-intentioned place. I know that Secretary Bautista, if he did say that, because he was quoted as having said that, I know that he meant well. Siguro in his mind, magtinabangay ka. Let's help each other kay dili kaya. But the reality is, we are not like places in the 4th District of Leyte. Even Ormoc being the star city in the 4th District of Leyte, we are not as rich as Quezon City or Makati. So even if gusto pa ang leadership na tagaan ang tanan na dili matagaan sa DSWD, dili man gyud possible. So that's why we try to always communicate with them na lahi gyud ang realities on the ground. So let's synchronize first information and data before nga isabyag or kay if you say mo like sa sugod ani dali ko na to ha sa sugod ani ang ilaingon is tanan matagaan, and then pag ingon tanan sa tanan became very hopeful, and then after a while the qualifiers became more and more narrow such that ang kanang kayo kanang disallow ni asa man magbagulgol ba? Magbagulbol sa frontliners, magbagulbol sa mayors, magbagulbol sa congressman, magbagulbol sa kapitan, magbagulbol sa tanod. So, in this day and age, kinahanglan careful ka sa paghatag sa instructions, and dapat kung sa problema pa imo sa tuyukan all angles. Check every way how it can go wrong and troubleshoot before you lay it out and roll it out.
Yes. Kaya isa sa problem ang na-encounter sa local government units ma'am and sa mga barangay is kinilaging pag-usap-usap sa guidelines sa
Yes.
DSWD.
Appeal, dili appeal.
Yeah.
Appeal na sad, dili appeal. That's why I get so many calls from mayors, and in Congress also I belong to the social amelioration cluster. That's why ako isulti permit to those so may nato pag-explain sa mga tao na naglain-lain ang directive sa DSWD. I always say, let DSWD do the explaining, because sometimes people shoot the messenger. Diba? The mayor is just a messenger. The barangay captain, the tanods, the DSWD worker, they're just the messengers following orders of DSWD. Yung muna nga mo sa hangyo is sa DSWD, if possible unta, I know you're trying very hard and I know it's not an easy job, but usa unta nga ang dito yung sige flip-flop, tarong mo na lang usaog ka ng hanay, usa nga ikuan, usa nga ihatag sa mga tao, hindi magkagubot kay kung if you say the plans in trickles on the ground, gubot pa na sa lukot. Lisod ba kayo magsig-apas og tawo na naagtay nagpangluod ba? Diba? Kay they're already uncomfortable, they feel restricted, they're isolated, they're in pain, wa sila katrabaho, niya karong adlaw mo mata sila appeal slash lista. Ugma dili na sa appeal. So yeah, these are things that need to be ironed out well.
So
Why concrete na? Why concrete na?
If you notice at the beginning, no, the guideline masundan og lain nga guideline nagawa silang omnibus na guideline. So I think in other parts of the country nakapanghatag na og social amelioration, but depending on however long this crisis will last and however much the government has in terms of resources to roll out a second wave of social amelioration program, then there may be time to correct the mistakes as we see it now. Kaya kani magutanan, instead of finger pointing, I'd like to think of it as always a learning process ba? What can we learn from this? Like from Yolanda, unsa may atong sayop sa Yolanda? Ang sayop sa Yolanda, o sa other disasters, which I hope will not happen after this disaster, is wala gyud tay pre-disaster baseline data. If you notice, that was in fairness to the president, si PRRD, he's been wanting to have a national ID system. But then, intentions for that became very suspect. People were saying, para na pang kuan, para na pang martial law. But if mahimdo mo, gitagaan na to ang powers, o gitagaan ang president of powers, no, to declare martial law in the conflict area, he never abused that power. So before a disaster, nagiging tatay saktong pre-disaster baseline data. Absent that, mo ni mahitabo nato na kung anha ta mag-data gathering sa panahon ng naana ang gira, naana ang disaster, gubot yung kayo na. But since that's where we are now, we can only hope na pag nalagpasan ni nato, that is a part of the system that needs immediate fixing. Okay, the list has to be accurate and it has to be constantly updated.
So part sa plan sa inyong cluster under the DCC ma'am, or Defeat COVID Committee.
That is part of the recommendation of the cluster I belong to na we are only as good as the data we start out with. So if we had on that good data, di na ta maglalis kung kinsay appeal, kinsay dili appeal, unsa nga sector, kay kumpleto na unta na.
Mga tumalik ka ng BK. What ay figure kita yun per municipality o kita mga beneficiaries wala pa?
I don't want to put a figure, no,
Yeah.
kay ang kaning manggong sa ingon ani, it's really kugi bitaw sa pagpangayo. Kugi sa pagpangayo. So di ko ganahan ang uban ako mga kauban niya mo yun sila lang ano maingon ana.
So,
I'll tell you later. Okay lang.
Saan nagabay na ni ma'am sa barangay siya?
Oo, kanang when I see a secretary of a department, pag kita na ako ang secretary, ang una na ako masuod sa akong ugil is masumay ako madalas sa district via this secretary. So there have been cases na masugatan lang nako sa Congress at na yung mga committee meeting niya. Maski walay plano, I'll just try. Kasi na kay program niya that I can avail. And you'll be surprised, there are so many programs na ay available niya, walay nag-apply that I am able to bring for the district. So, ang kanan is ko na gyud kanang tugi. And I'm lucky because these are things that the mayors call me about. They tell me what they need. Mo bitaw mo yung ko nga, tell me what you need, because if you tell me what you need, then I can work on how to get it to you. I will bridge the gap.
O yung mga okay ra ba na up until May 15 na lang ang community quarantine? Or
No, I think for me lang ha, kay kuan man good, I'm very kung sa Richard tingay mo na siya planning ko ba. Ako I do not want anything to be lifted prematurely, because if you look at history, during the Spanish flu, the first wave killed 15 million people, and then nag-relax sila, okay nila gi-follow ang ilang mga protocols. The second wave killed 50 million. So for me, I would rather na we do this the right way in just one go for however long that takes. But hopefully, if ma-extend man gani pa, my wish is for all the other ingredients to be in place. Meaning, if mag-lockdown pa ta, may unta if maayo na pagka-process o pagka-implement ang social annihilation. I hope that mass testing can happen para dili masayang ang time na nag-lockdown ta. But for me, I feel that we should be in quarantine or in a lockdown mode for however long it takes. For as long as the enemy wanders freely and roams freely, this should be our way of life. Because for me, life is more important than the freedom we think we all deserve.
So, discipline is very important. Distancing, mask na lang.
alright, Congresswoman, ano na lang message sa public?
I'd like to thank everyone for the cooperation. It's not easy, kibaw ko. Dili sa ni ang first disaster nga atong naagian, but our enemy is very potent, no? Pero it's an enemy that we can outsmart. And it's an enemy that we can outsmart pa in practical ways. How? Number one is discipline. So if agwanta lang unta ta sa pagkanang to be disciplined people, then there's no way na this virus can attack us or annihilate us, no? So the basics: wear a mask, practice good hygiene, social distancing, and take care of yourself and also your mental health, no? So as citizens, it is our duty to practice all the protocols responsibly. It is also our duty, especially now na 24/7 you have access to social media. Do not spread fake news. Be very careful about what you forward. Kay always verify, no? And do not be reactive, and be kind. I cannot say that enough, because sometimes when people are suffering, duha ra man ginay agian. It's either they become very helpful para to get themselves out of their own space and to be able to help others, or they become very mean because they feel that the world has to revolve around them and their feelings. So I hope that in the 4th district of Leyte, starting lang with my corner of the world, I hope that we are able to be kind and compassionate even as we continue to suffer the effects of COVID-19. I believe in the power of prayers, and like the President said in his last address, in the fullness of God's time, hopefully a vaccine can be found or a cure can be found, and like I always say, in the fullness of God's time, all will be beautiful again.
Congresswoman Lucy Torres Gomez, thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.